So the two types of files are the main two types are text and binary. One more is there, that is CSV file. Working with CSV file. Okay. So first we're discussing about what is CSV file. CSV file, the expansion of the CSV is comma separated it is comma separated value. CSV, C for comma, separated value. That is CSV file. Okay, so CSV file, the expansion of CSV, it is comma separated values. It is not value, values. Is a file format for data storage which looks like a text file. Okay, that is, for example, if the data is in the tabular form, that is 1 is the roll number, ABC is the name, and 23 is the age. Then if we convert this Excel sheet or tabular representation into CSV file, it will represent it like this: 1 comma ABC comma 23. Okay. So for representing this tabular format into just like a normal format, that is, if there is a big database is there for storing some employee details or for storing the student details of this school, so many students are there, so many data are there. I want to convert that tabular representation, that means table representation, into normal text form just like this. For that I am using this CSV file. Okay, is it clear, the concept of CSV file? Okay, so CSV means comma separated values, is a file format for data storage which looks like a text file, just like this. It is separated. Here there is no comma, 1 comma ABC 23, but when we convert this data into text CSV format, that data is converted to, that is, after 1 there is a comma, then after ABC there is another comma, then 23. Okay, so if you want to convert a tabular data into normal text format, use CSV file. Then after conversion, here there is no comma, but when we convert the data into CSV file, the content is separated using comma. Emmanuel, switch on the video, Emmanuel. Aryan, Aditya, Srihari, all of you switch on the video. So like a text file. The information is organized with one record on each line. That is, if there is another 1 DE 23, then it is in another line, 2 comma DE comma 23. Okay, so the information is organized with one record on each line. So the first record in first line with comma, second record in second line with comma. If there is any other record, it will display next each and every line using this comma separation. And each field is separated by comma. That is the main thing. That is, one record is converted to CSV file, then each field, this is the first field, this is the second field, and this is the third field. Each fields are separated by comma. Okay, then CSV file characteristics. One line for each record. Then it is a comma separated fields. That is one line for each record. That is one line for this. This is the first record. This is the second record. Okay. Then it is comma separated file or fields. Space characters adjacent to comma are ignored. Okay. So between this 1 and ABC, only one comma is there. There is no space. So space characters adjacent to commas are ignored. When we do something in Word, after comma we need a space. But in this case, in the case of CSV file, space characters adjacent to comma are ignored. Okay. Then fields with inbuilt commas are separated by double quote characters. Okay. We'll explain. That is, if your field already include one comma, that is third row, it is DEF 2 comma 3 is the content. You just think it is not a valid data. I'll just explain. It is only for representing this comma. So this is not a valid data. So 3 DEF 2 comma 3 is the content. Along with this third record, one data is there. In that data, one comma is already there. In this situation, the result is just like this: 3 comma DEF comma, within double quotes you write the content. Okay. So if already one comma is there, then we convert that comma separated value to CSV file. That data is represented within double quotes. Okay. Fields with inbuilt commas are separated by double quote characters. So here already one comma is there. So if we convert that data into CSV file, represent that data within double quotes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
this note, can you like slide? Can you share in the evening?
Ah, okay. Then next it is write or read CSV file. How we can write or read in CSV file? First, you want to import CSV module. What is the use of this import function? At the time of mathematical function, we discussed this import function.
One inbuilt library we are calling
Ah,
it.
that is, the operations related with the CSV file are included under this CSV module. Okay. So all the functions that are related with the CSV file are under CSV module. So first you want to import CSV module. Okay. First you want to import CSV module. Then only you can perform any operation based on that, is reading, writing operation based on the CSV file. So first statement, when we are using the CSV file, it is import CSV module. So first statement, it is import CSV module. After that, for writing, we open the file in W or writing mode using open method, just like normal text file representation. Okay, it is same as that of text file, but the extension is different. It is .csv. The extension of CSV file, it is .csv, and the operations open statement for opening the CSV file and almost all the file modes all are similar to that of text file, but the extension is different. What is the extension of text file, Emmanuel?
.csv.
Yes. Eh? In the case of text file,
Dot .txt.
txt. Okay, Manuel, that is the text file extension, it is .txt. Here we are using CSV file, so the extension it is .csv. So open the file. Here fh is the file object. Fh equal to open within bracket, write the within double quotes, write the file name, comma, within single quotes or double quotes you can give w. W is the mode used for writing. Fh is equal to open within bracket, first write the file name using extension .csv, comma, within double quotes or single quotes write the mode. If you want to write, give w. If you want to write, if you want to read, use r. Then next step, This is the first step. That is, first you want to import CSV module. After that, you want to open the file. After opening, you want to create a writer object, just like file object. This is the file object. Okay. Just like that, you want to create a writer object using file object fh. For that, I'm using the statement stowriter. Stowriter is the file here, just like our variable name. So we can give any name here. You can give stew or WR or stowriter, just like any variable name you can give here. It is variable name. It is user defined name. It is not a keyword. So after opening the file, we are creating a writer object using the statement stowriter equal to CSV dot writer within bracket, give the file object name. So it is the statement only for creating a writer object. After creating this writer object only, we can write something to the CSV file. Okay. After creating the writer object only, we can write anything in the CSV file. So before using the write statement, you want to create a writer object. For that, I am using the statement stowriter equal to CSV dot writer within bracket fh. That is, for file object fh, I am creating a writer object stowriter. You just write the sentence here. For creating a writer object. For creating a writer object, stowriter for the file object fh. This statement is for creating a writer object for the file fh, and there is no writing option, operation here. It is only for creating one object, just like fh. Fh is file object. When we open the file, we are creating a file object. And we are using this fh for further operations. Just like that, here we are creating a writer object using the name stowriter. Stowriter equal to CSV dot writer fh. Or we can give a statement like this: stowriter equal to CSV comma writer comma fh comma. Here the common delimiter comma is used. If you want to change the delimiter, you can use delimiter equal to, that is separation 1. Here, if we use stowriter equal to CSV dot writer, our data is represented like this. Okay. If you are using delimiter equal to pipe symbol, that is this symbol. This is the pipe symbol. Okay. So if you are using delimiter equal to pipe symbol, then it will display like this: 1 pipe, then ABC pipe 23. Okay. So we can use, we can create writer object just like this also. So this is the simplest writer object creation. Here default separator comma is used. If you want to give a pipe symbol as delimiter, you can use this. After fh, use 1 comma, then delimiter equal to within single quotes pipe symbol. Is it clear, Emmanuel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aditya, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So first we import the CSV file, then just open the file. After that, create one writer object, then obtain user data and form a Python sequence. That is, you want to access some data and create a tuple or list. So you just write the statements stowrec equal to, this is a tuple. So within that tuple, I am giving 11 roll number, then Neelam name, 79.0 is the mark. So 3 data for first row. I'm giving first row values, that is 11 comma Neelam comma 79.0, and these data are stored into stowrec. So fourth step, it is user data is accessed and it is in the form of list or tuple. User data is accessed, that is stored in the form of list or tuple. So some data are stored in studrec. After that, write this content into CSV file. For writing, we are using statement write row. Write row studrec. That is the content of studrec. It is 11 Neelam 79.0. That 11 Neelam 79.0 is copied to the CSV file. So if you want to use this writer row function, first you want to create a writer object. Then only you can use this writer row here. If you are not using this statement, when we are using this statement, it will make some error. So for using this writer row statement is the statement used to write. But before using this writer row statement, you want to create a writer object. Okay. This is the write statement. For writing, the statement or function used it is writer row. This writer row is under this writer object. So if you want to use this writer row function for writing a single row, first you want to create this writer object. Then only you can use this writer row function. Is it clear, Aryan? Srihari, is it clear?
Ma'am,
Yes, Achyut?
ma'am, like we are giving them like roll number, name, and marks. Now, when it is asking us to give the input, how will it differentiate between roll number, name, and mark?
That is 11, Neelam, 79.0 is the first row. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So we should be giving like we should enter 11, then we should give the comma ourselves. Okay.
11, Neelam, 79.0 is the content of this first row in the form of tuple. If you are giving a data in the form of tuple, you want to separate that data using comma. In the case of list also, separate the data using comma. We can't give 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 is considered as a single value. If you are using within this circle, or if you are giving 11 Neelam 79.9. If you are giving like this data is considered as a single data, not a separate data. So here we want to give separate data. That's why I'm using a comma here. Okay. So first you want to use, this is not the inbuilt comma. This is the comma that is used for separating roll number, name, and mark. It is not an inbuilt comma. Okay. So studrec contents are 11, Neelam, 79.0. That data are stored in tuple studrec. And after that, I want to write this contents into 11 Neelam 79.9 into CSV file, that is student.csv. Here, this is the student.csv file. I want to write these contents into student.csv. For that, csv.write row within brackets studrec. Or we can write, or we can use this. Then after that, I will explain. That is csv.write row studrec means you want to write this 11, Neelam, 79.9 as first row in the CSV file. Then you can use this statement also. Instead of this one, you can use studwriter. That is, studwriter is the writer object. Studwriter dot write row within bracket. You want to give the value, that is studrec. 1 second. Let me erase all this one. Okay, here The content is student.csv 11 comma Neelam comma 79.0 is the content. Then you can write the statement. Instead of this, you can write, use the writer object, studWriter dot. Instead of CSV dot, you can use studWriter dot write row within bracket studRec. Okay. Instead of CSV dot, you can give studWriter dot write row studRec. Then, if you want to give column headings, then before this studRec, just write this statement. That is studWriter.write row, roll number, name, mark. So roll number will appear here. After that, name. After that, mark. With a comma separation. Okay. Headings are also separated using comma in the case of CSV file. So if you want to give one column heading, then first write the column heading. That is studWriter.write row, roll number, comma, name, comma, mark, just before this write statement. After that, you write the content. That is studRec is written under this column name. Then close the file. So for writing the contents into a CSV file, first you want to import CSV file using import CSV module. Then for writing, first you want to open the file using fh is equal to open within bracket, write the file name .csv. .csv is the extension for CSV file, and after that, after comma, you want to use the file mode. Here I am using this program for writing the content, so the file mode it is W. All the file modes are similar to text file. All of you switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Srihari, Aryan, Aditya, all of you switch on the video. Okay. So after opening the file, just use the statement to create writer object. For creating a writer object, first give one variable name. Here I am giving the variable name studWriter, which is equal to csv.writer.fh. So I am creating one writer object using the file object fh. Here this is fh. Then after creating a writer object, you want to access the data from user. For that, I'm using a tuple. Here we can use either a tuple or a list. So here I'm using a tuple with 3 values, 11, Neelam, 79.0. So it is assigned to studRec. And after that, you want to write this studRec content into CSV file. Before that, I want to write the heading for this data. So for that, I am writing the statement studWriter dot writer row within tuple within square bracket, write the headings. Then write CSV dot write row studRec. Write row is the function used to write data line by line or record by record. If you want to write the content record by record, use write row. Then one more option is there for writing. I'll explain that in the next class. Is there any doubt in this program? Anyone? What happened, Emmanuel?
Nothing.
Okay. So write this program. So for importing, the statement used it is import CSV. Okay. For importing the module, the statement used it is import CSV. Import CSV. fh equal to open student.csv comma w. Then after that, I'm creating the student writer object, that is to writer equal to csv dot writer fh. Then I'm writing the heading, header row. I'm writing the heading RNO name and mark. Then I want to input roll number, name and mark of 3 students. Roll number, name and mark of 3 students. For that, I am using this range function, for and range function. Just complete this program. After that, I will explain. So this is one of your lab program. Okay, you just note it as a lab program. Lab program 1.
Ma'am, for practicals, right?
Yes, yes. You want to
Ma'am,
complete?
so
You
the
want to
updation one is not there.
updation is also there. I will give all the programs at the time of revision. That is, you want to at the time of revision, you do all this program in the system and just copy that program after getting the output. You just copy that program and store in a word stored in a Word document. Okay, and serve that programs. Okay, so 15 programs are there based on this data file handling chapter. Simple program. So at the time of revision, I'm giving some lab programs. You just type that program in your interpreter, and after completing the program or after getting the output, you just copy that content into a Word document. At the same time, you want to copy the output also. So in one page, program, question, then program, then second page, heading output, then copy the output. That is our lab record. Okay. All the programs for this practical is based on this fourth chapter, that is data file handling. That is the problem. And our project is also, you must include that functions chapter. So we can't start the project from the first month itself. From June itself, we can't start the project because in our project, it is compulsory to include functions, working with functions chapter. Okay, and in the case of practicals also, you want to include the programs only based on this file handling chapter. So your syllabus is started from that last portion. No, that is the reason it is. Then after that only this term wise division come. That is the problem. We lagged because of this term division. If we are starting from that is from February to March, we are starting from the first chapter, it was okay, but that is not in order. That is the reason. Is it completed? Okay.
Ma'am, but in the textbook, the first chapter was networking, right?
No. It is Python pandas. Not Python pandas. It is revision 2.1.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Revision 2.1 in Sumita Arora's textbooks, 2 chapters are there. That is revision 2.1 and 2. But in another text, it is only one chapter based on revision 2. All the portions under this revision 2, 1 and 2 are included just like a single chapter. After that, working with function, then file handling. These are the 3 chapters. Okay. Then here import CSV. After this is the statement to import CSV file. After that, you want to open the file. Then create a writer object, that is to writer. These 3 statements are common for all the writer program. Here you can give any other name. Here also you can give any other name, but you just by heart these 3 statements. First is the import statement for importing CSV. After that, you want to open the file. This open statement is common for all the file handling project. If it is text file, you want to open text file. If it is binary file, you want to open binary file using some modes. And if it is CSV file, you want to open CSV file using some modes. Okay. After that, the case of CSV file, you want to create a writer object. So this is the statement for creating writer object. Then after that, I am giving a heading, that is writer heading. That is RNO is the first heading, name is the second heading, mark is the third heading. Okay, so RNO, name, mark, these are the headings given for that CSV file. For that, I am using stowriter dot writer row. That is, I want to write the first row. The first row contents are RNO, name, and mark. It is in the form of list. You can give it in the form of tuple also. Okay, right row is a function, so we are using round bracket. Then within that round bracket, I am giving some column headings, that is RNO, name, and mark. Okay. After that, for I in range 3, what is range 3? Aryan, what is range 3?
0 to 3.
0, 1,
1, 2,
2.
3.
Okay, okay. 3 is not included. Okay. So 0, 1, 2 is the value of range 3. So for I, first the I value, it is 0. So the 0th person's roll number is entered here. If it is 1, then name it is ABC, mark it is 80. So these 3 marks are entered using input function. So roll number, the content is 1, name it is ABC, mark it is 80. After that, using these 3 variables, I am creating a list. The list name, it is storec. So within storec, I am using this roll number, comma, name, comma, mark. That is, 1 is the ABC is the mark it is 80. Okay. So first I will input some values through keyboard to roll number, name, and mark variable. And using these 3 variables, I am creating a list and its name is storec. Then this storec is written to CSV file using the statement stowriter.write row. There is only one row, write row storec. So the data, it is 1, comma, ABC, comma, 80. After that, control moves back to for loop. Now the value of I, it is 1. So enter another roll number, that is 2DE9D. So here the content, it is 2DE9D. That values are assigned using variable storec. Then storec is returned to CSV. So the second person's roll number 2, D is the name, 90 is the mark. After that, again it moved back to for loop. The value of I, it is 2. So third person's values are entered to roll number, name, and mark. Then that marks are assigned to list storec. That storec is written to file. So it is 3xy95. Then close the file. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll continue the class in the next class. Okay. One or two topics are based on this chapter. We will complete our term one portion in the next class. Okay. Bye, children. I
Thank you,
want to
ma'am.
take the attendance. 1 second. Aditya present. Achyut present. Alvin absent. Aryan present. Ashwin absent. Adul absent. Diya present. Gauri absent. Manuel present. Krishna absent. Muhammad Adim absent. Shivani absent. Srihari present. Okay. Bye, children. Thank you.